We're going to call the meeting to order at 3:35. So if we can stand and say the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, If we could, I'd like to just do a little moment of silence for Cheryl's family. We haven't seen her since they had some of their losses in their family, so we could just take a minute. Thank you. Congratulations on being a grandmother. So that's the good news. That is the good news. All right, so the minutes from our meeting in April are in the packet. Are there any corrections or anything that needs to be done on? Anybody see anything? If not, we get a motion to approve the minutes. Oh, by the way, Jess here is our new member on the IDA. She took Amanda Ricchio's spot. So welcome, Jess. Sorry, I should have done that quicker. I should probably waited. Perfect timing. Joe, that's Jess. She's our new member. And you're too. Yeah, your initiation. You'll get your initiation later.
Right, he says all the important.
So can we get a motion to approve the minutes from April? Second? All in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? All right, communications. None, right? Public comment, Vinny, anyone on?
No.
No?
No.
All right. There is no chair's report, director's report.
Yeah, just a couple of quick updates. Wind construction, again, aligned with the Florida business park extension. They've been working with the engineers to run the due diligence that they need to do on that property. So we're in constant communication about things pretty well. Obviously, if you drive up into that corridor, you see that DOT, that road work is secondary road work. The road lining and paving is starting to occur now. So we should be out of there by the end of this summer. Couple other things, we're going to be working on the drawdown for the historic new agreement that the village received to the county, so we will be getting back the final retainage, releasing that shortly to the contractors on that site, and then we'll go through that whole drawdown process with ESP. Two or three months after the approved, obviously, after the VFC by their board of directors. We're working on several CFAs. A lot of them just have to do with community development type CFAs. There is one directly that we applied for through a special program that the regional council, our Long County Regional Council was awarded, similar to Wondershare daycare project that we did in county. We that. We submitted the application. We're going to be reviewing the application at the regional council level. So hopefully sometime in August or September, we can turn around and see if the county IDA was awarded anything with that. But if anyone has to explain that, we did put in the application just so the IDA is aware, $30,000 from the IDA, which basically represents the overall contract.
Yeah, we did put in a $300,000 grant through the Mohawk Valley Towers program, which is separate from the CFA. But we worked with a company called Wonder School. So what they do is they find in-home daycare providers. So they'll do everything from the recruitment, the training for the individuals, the going through all the requirements and guidelines through New York State. And, helping them on the back end with the business aspect of it. So they help them price it out, really act as, mentors for the business application side of it so they can be sustainable. So the $300,000 gets us up to 10 new in-home daycare providers. So, they'll do a ton of marketing, trying to recruit. So, kind of goes, obviously, we're in a childcare desert. We need more daycares around here. And I'm sure Sharon knows about that as well. But it's also creating jobs, potentially create 10 new jobs with 10, small business owners and they assist them through that entire process. So we put in that grant a couple of weeks ago, like Ken said, they're reviewing it right now and, hopefully we can get it and kind of be a model, throughout the region. And it kind of just plays off, you guys remember, we did this child care study a couple of years back. Something like that, so that directly related to that child care study. It's the application on
Directors, the financial report, here.
Yes, so financial reports are included in your packet, balance sheet and income statement. Nothing that we've looked at before, my lists are, have been received and on time. Then we have the transaction reports, and we just need a motion to approve, last month's transaction.
All in favor?
I
Aye, anyone opposed? Okay. Perfect.
Also included is the revolving loan fund report. Current, the two that didn't have payments, this month, we received like the first day of July. I'll be going to visit them, pretty soon, for their semi-annual site visit, so I'll be scheduling those, upcoming weeks. Questions on those?
Yeah, everybody was current. Marketing report, Vinnie.
Yeah, so today's,
Ice cream week.
it is ice cream week. So go to your nearest ice cream location and post a picture on Facebook and it can be entered in the prize.
And it's not free ice cream.
Not free ice cream.
The prize is not free ice cream?
No. Oh, the prize is free. The ice cream is not. All right, you still have to pay.
A lot of confusion around this,
But, so today I'm gonna talk about going off the Montgomery County attractions movement that we did this morning. So, as you recall, we completed that study and identified the main target areas: advanced manufacturing, food processing, and logistics. So, going off of that, we have a marketing trying to go after some of these businesses and try to attract them. And Camoin in our budget is helping us do that through the grant. So we had ABC, who we've been working with, create a couple ads, and I'll just show you, just some different banner ads that we have. So, I mean, just basic space ads leading to our website and to some of the sites that may be available. Obviously, Win Stanley's site, which is one of the other available, and one we're looking to target the most right now. But more on that, we have a system, a program on our website too that shows companies that have been visiting our website. And the plan is, we get a report every month and me and Ken will look through it and see what companies that we think might be beneficial to target. And Moines people are reaching out to those companies and trying to set up a meeting. So we could, pitch Montgomery County, pitch the location. So, as you can see, it's custom dates range. So, 7/9 to 7/17. I think this probably goes back a little bit from when we started it a couple months ago. But 4,400 total webpage visits, 1,239 companies. So over here, they give you the different companies that visit our website, and they give you a lead score. So, obviously if they're advanced manufacturing, they have a higher lead score. Click on them, Life Science Corporation. We can see 300 employees, annual revenue, pretty much everything about, company, that you can Google searches on here, and some of their contact information. And you can also see where they've been submitted on our page. So they've been planning services twice, 1,408 seconds on that page. But it's definitely been very useful in seeing what kind of companies are coming to the website, checking us out, and how long they're staying on it. And on our side of things, Andy has been posting different posts about the website, whether it's different portions of our website out there, just to try to draw more attraction to the site. And yeah, I mean, we have a couple of companies that we're going to have come and reach out to, and this will continue throughout the rest of this year as well.
Are you able to know if they're looking at like vacant vacant land or like buildings or what?
So not necessarily. I mean, if they go to on our page and look at like our one pagers for advanced manufacturing, you can see that, but we don't have a section on our website for vacant properties. So, obviously, if they're on our website, we know they're for a reason, and based on the company,
Yeah, so Lemoyne's helping to like basically put us in contact with them. Just meeting, a phone call.
You can tell too by where they're going to the website, how long they're on there, how many times they come back, if they're interested. Or to our site for something else. Pretty nice. And there's big sites for tree. Potentially add that to our website, issues that we come across on that, most of the sites are, listed on like real estate broker site, CoStar, LoopNet. It's hard to keep up with that. And then if we start, when we ready to sometimes we do get people upset because we look at the site that was listed vacant. So then you're like, oh, your favorite is that really, there's kind of a change.
If we had it on our
It takes
site,
up sometimes, we had, it's like what we do, what we have in the past, we don't anymore, is obviously where we had sites that we control, like the Florida Business Park, Florida Business Park Extension in Glen Park, those sites are always up. But now we're obviously on property, so we don't have that section. And you've had two realtors here, they understand. Negotiating alarm. They were just chatting before the meeting started. My favorite upcoming. We did, just so you guys are aware too, it'll be coming down the pike most likely. We did have a conference call, a Teams call today with Site Selection Magazine. They're a global site selection magazine that is connected with all of the site selectors, mainly in the United States, but they are global. We're actually going to be doing a few months in upstate New York, specifically upstate New York, expose and everything like that. So maybe that's some places we want to try to get in there in relation to that. Obviously, global, trying to have reduce the cost of that, or if it could be well worth it. We know where the markets are right now, advanced manufacturing, the food processing industry. So they're sending us some more stuff on that. Hopefully last for the August. Look to you guys, especially for getting in education. Especially with obviously the family site, we also other sites. Smaller sites, but a lot.
When we want to revisit the town law, 30 days. Here adjacent to everything, that's sitting there with all these big investors like George Johnson, the financials.
It is, Brett. It's a good question. I mean, last time we tried to work with Fulton County,
They want it, we want it.
it turned into basically, a lot of the properties in the town of Mohawk and the town of Mohawk at the time. Back, that's been a few years,
So
You know,
they counted it, a bunch of big players over there, it's all harmony, but they used to do an IDP.
totally agree with you.
That's an only big, that, Route 67, so.
I mean, an example of that is, for and it's, it's going through a law in the state, they don't want a business park. They're not going to sort of a business park, so, like I said, most of the work that we talked about that was better.
So, yeah, we hope to generate some quality leads out of this. And then, on the tourism side of things, we had the Cyclopedia Canal last week, which brought a lot of visitors to Montgomery County, Fort Plain. There was a big event that they stayed overnight that we helped and assisted with. They had stayed the night up at the high school. So,
Kids area.
No, Fort
Fort Plain. Yeah, just past Canada.
I did that ride like 5 years ago, we
We
stayed.
did.
They normally,
Yeah.
they normally do, but
Yeah.
the school had a lot of construction this year, so they asked Fort Wayne if they would host them.
Erie Station made out very well.
Yeah, so we got an email saying a lot of the downtown Fort Plain businesses did very well. A lot of people in it, and we have a station outside of our office by Lorenzo's for people to grab water on the way to Amsterdam. And actually a couple people stop into the office from out of the country. Right. So that was a successful event, and then we have our kayak event coming up next month, in August. We already have about 40 people signed up for that already, so that's a good event. Again this year, and that will be from St. Johnsville to, last year we did from Cherry Crossing to Amsterdam, so we figure we go back and forth each year throughout the county and get areas on the river.
You get your drone out to get pictures of that one.
Oh, I did actually. I got some nice drone footage of the bikers and campers up that Portland. So, video.
And you almost lost it in the
For one of the grants, the bow tie grant, I put it down and then I just hit, because it has a button you push that just lands where I did. Going out in the water, I'm like, stop. So then I had to come back and made it myself.
And then,
Oh, yeah, and we're partnering with the Amsterdam PDA again this year, for cops and joggers. So the theme this year is Miami Vice. Retro theme, so definitely get Ken running in that.
that's well.
That's in September, ready for Italia Fest.
Vinny mentioned it in the office. I was looking back, our last meeting was until April. The tourism office is open downtown, so kind of south side. It's on Bridge Street, as Vinny said. It came out amazing, so stop in there. We got water if you need to come in. If you want to come in, stop in, say hello.
Maybe 7 days a week, that, or,
5 right now.
And then for events, yeah.
Didn't get an intern though, so we might have her.
Signage on the bike trail too?
Are you working on signage?
Of this office.
Yeah.
Not yet, that's what we're working on right now with, our designers, agency, and then, our signage structure, the signage. People know what's there.
Yeah, you got a sign outside, a couple signs outside.
I know we talked about this a long time ago, and you said that you were working with whoever the designers, but I'm still being asked about bike paths in Minden, the depot thing there, if some kind of signage could be put up under it that talks about Montgomery County, you know, what's ahead or whatnot. It's just, yeah. It's, we go across the river from St. Johnsville.
It's on the,
It's, yeah. There's like a
So
little,
it's on the other side of the St. Johnsville Marina. Once you cross the river, you
across the river going
Oh,
So it's right
into
there.
Minden, you would be in
yeah,
Minden.
right on,
Yes,
right across the
yeah.
bridge.
When you cross the bridge, that's
On
kind
the
of
left
like,
hand side.
Okay.
yeah,
Right.
everyone still says,
Right, so every time I see you, it's like, I have. Moved it here, and I'm like, I know, I looked up in it.
And that's
Yeah.
just an open gazebo, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's just a small little thing,
Yeah.
but it has potential to have nice signage under it.
Yeah,
There's like, it's a three-way thing.
yeah, we'll definitely take a look at that and get something there, because we're also going to the little information booths in Kansas Harry, St. Johnsville, and Fort Wayne. Gonna paint those, the colors, our color scheme, and then start stacking those with information as well. So,
Anything else, Andy, anything else that you can think of? All right. No unfinished business, correct?
Correct.
And then new business. So our first action item is the cell tower in Florida Park.
As you guys recall, we have a, cell tower that the, IDA actually owns on our property that was part of the original Florida partnership with off of what was, used to be called Richfield Road. That's still there, obviously, that's generating revenue from the cell company that is out there, to the tune of 40+ thousand a year. Every now and then we get other leasing companies that only want to purchase a lease on those towers. And, you know, they'll make offers. So we did receive one from Howard County. The letter, right now it's just a letter of intent, which I did sign as landlord to make start to the, this does a lot consider going through that allows them to contact the Crown Royal Castle, which is on there now, and discuss what that is. But if you go back and recall, we renegotiated with Crown Castle because their lease expired in the previous. The IDA purchased it 20+ years ago. The IDA allowed the landowner that we acquired the property from to defend those plants and those leases, that cell tower, that lease. That expired 2 years ago. And obviously subsequently we negotiated with Crown Castle with regards to a new lease after that. We came to an agreement on the terms and everything, and they, you know, to this day have not actually entered and signed and executed that document with us. However, they are paying us each year. Close to the terms of that agreement, they did do the escalator this year with a 3%. So we are receiving that. Seems like we're going year to year, which is kind of what our agreement was with them, it was a 5-year agreement, we for 5 years on each of those. So we had this opportunity that came to us. Basically, the gist of it is that they would offer the IDA $645,000 after the due diligence period, if everything worked out to take over now, and just take the lease on that $645,000 for the 90 years. Now, we thought it was a pretty good opportunity for the IDA to, you know, generate that now, because even under the terms of the existing lease we have, it would take about 14 years for us to replace the towers. That doesn't count. The tower is already 27 years old. So that guarantees that revenue from that tower every single year. So we thought it was staff, we thought it was a pretty good opportunity to investigate this further. So what we have for you today is just a resolution authorizing myself to execute the LOI, and then we'll see if this plays out.
Any questions on this?
How many more years do you think will Elon Musk make those obsolete?
We looked at it as a good opportunity.
Exactly. I look at those things in the future, they're probably gonna be obsolete in the not too distant future. That's why that company, they always want a long-term lease. They're paying year to year right now. I'm hearing Spectrum, those cables that we see on every power, every telephone pole, they could be obsolete in a very short time. It's Spectrum stock is like going out of these cities, so. Yeah, I think it could be a good opportunity for us because that round could be gone in 5 to 10 years.
Was this an annual payment that they were?
Yes, they do. They pay us for what, the end of May, June?
Yeah. First in June, usually in May, like 40,000.
So this
Like I
is,
said, it's a new revenue. This was a new revenue, 40,000 was a new revenue to the IDA starting 3 years ago.
any other question? We have a motion, second. Lori, thank you. Andy, a roll call on
Yep. Sharon Reeves,
Hi.
Matt Beck,
it? Yes.
Mark Kowalski, Lori Wonder.
Yeah.
Brent Hudson, Edward Watt. Yes. This is great. Motion passed.
We don't know.
It's a real battle though between guys.
Zero one. Jess. All right, the second action item. Yeah. Technology. Oh, yeah, it's MC. I'm still there. Yes, it's MC3. So, Joe, I know you've done this prior. Can you just give a brief overview because we do have new members and a new member. So just a brief overview on this one and where we're at and what's going on with this one now.
Everyone's got the resolution. Correct. So why don't we actually look at the resolution, because that's a good way to, kind of, give you some background. So if you, look at page 2 of the resolution, you'll see back, in the second whereas paragraph, back in the mid-90s, when my hair was dark brown, I did a project in, Montgomery County, involving, Central National Bank and the MCEC, and there were a number of parcels of land acquired on the MCEC for that IDA transaction, and there were some leases back and forth, some leases, installment sale agreements. The bottom line is that it provided cash flow for originally MCEC, and then as MCEC became longer, money started to flow to the IDA. So over the years, the IDA has collected this money, kept it segregated because it's effectively held on behalf of MCEC and their entities. And it's grown to a fairly significant amount. There's been back and forth between my office and staff about, well, what can we do? Can we free that money up, drop it into the IDA for its corporate purposes? And there's been a fair amount of work done on our behalf, a lot of prodding on by staff to move us along on this. We've come up with a plan on how to do this. And essentially what it is, and the reason why this is complicated is that so much time has expired since the mid-90s. MCEDT is essentially dormant. And the other entities that it created in connection with this project are also dormant. So it's not like you can call them up and say, hey, pass a resolution, free up the money, and it can now flow into the accounts of the IDA. So we've been working through issues on how to provide for that mechanism, and that in effect the dissolution of the MCEC entity and all of its related parties. And we think we've got a plan on how to do that. So this resolution for consideration tonight or this afternoon is really the first formal starting point to that action. MCEDC is a not-for-profit, acts by the voting members, but actually acts by board of directors. But the board of directors are elected by its voting members. So what you're doing here tonight is, authorizing the IDA to become a voting member of MCEDC. And under the bylaws of MCEDC, you can become a voting member if you're a business in Montgomery County. You pay a donation of $100. So what is being authorized here this afternoon is the expenditure of $100 to MCEDC as a donation, and by that action, I'm a member of MCEDC. What we're then going to do is have a voting member of MCEDC, the IDA, call a meeting of MCEDC, and at that meeting, the voting member of MCEDC, the IDA, is then going to elect 3 board members. 3 board members are described on the last page, the schedule A of the resolution. And Mr. Peck read that out, and then Vinny, and at that meeting, those board members then vote authorize the dissolution and the transfer of the funds from MCEDC and the related entities to the IDA. And they're probably saying, well, that's kind of self-serving. It's, it sounds complicated. Is there any liability here? We're your counsel, so that would be your normal question. Is there any liability here? What's going on? And this isn't my area per se. One of my corporate people look at it, do it. And the issue that gives me comfort and should give you comfort on how we're structuring all this is that there are 2 approvals that we're going to need to get as part of this process. One is an approval from the AG's office, the Attorney General's office. And then the second is an approval from the Supreme Court judge. Because you can't dissolve a large transfer of the assets of a not-for-profit without getting those types of approvals. So this process is going to be overseen by 2 state entities, the Attorney General's office and a Supreme Court judge. So we're comfortable with it legally. We're comfortable with it in terms of how it will play. Someone looks at it because of having 2 independent state agents look at this and sign off on it. At the same time, we're having a title company do a search of the records of Montgomery County with respect to MCEDC and its related entities to make sure there isn't any out there. There's real property being held in good funds of this. We want to confirm that if there is, what impact it has on this transaction. And also, is there any kind of litigation out there? So, etc. So, exactly. So I've got my doing a lien search, a litigation search, a title search. We're retrieving any prior IRS 990 forms, and I've actually done a fair amount of work. I spent more time than I wanted to in the attic of the prior office complex, looking through materials to try to find more detail about down at Market Street's all woman's office. Well, I actually, fortunately, Paul has passed away. He would have been obviously a great resource. I did call his former partner, and I called Pam Burns. I called Mike Yevely. I called Peter Bakel. The former accountant for MCEDC has passed away. So there's really just not a lot of people left standing with respect to the operation of MCEDC. But it lines up under the law process that we're outlining. And also we're gonna get independent sign-offs.
We looking to move over the next piece.
About 540,000.
So it's a significant structure and a significant amount of cash flow generated. So there's obviously an incentive to finish this up.
How long does the process take, Joe, for the court and
That's a good question. I asked that with my partner and she estimated it, between filing and getting the consents, she estimated anywhere from 4 to 8 weeks. I'm not, that's,
I know, that's what I thought.
I'm not entirely sure whether you have to do one, whether they can go consecutively, or whether they, or whether they need to consecutively or maybe. So worst case then, if it's, I say 4 to 8, right? So that's 2 months, so it'll be 4 months, worst case, to do that a month. But the goal here is, once we, assuming that we passes this afternoon, we could then move forward to schedule, the meeting of,
Board of directors.
board of directors. And, could be really that time schedule. I've got people lined up to do the resolution or resolutions for that. The title company get the work done with respect to searches, and I would expect that cost would be in the hundred to 3,000 searches. That was part of the complexity here is that there's a number of entities that you see formed back then that they kind of want to track it all up, just to make sure that we wrap it all up. But no, we have a plan, and so it's definitely a 2024 completion, and that'd be good for the IDA. And
Don't can't retire until this is wrapped up. So this is holding them up.
it'll be good for me to check.
no more class?
Just a pat on the back. Yes, that's all I need. Maybe a round of drinks.
Post a picture on the website.
Any other questions about this resolution? You know, Joe has done a tremendous amount of work on this, and we have pestered him quite a bit, trying to get this wrapped up, just because he had the wealth of knowledge of all of this. So before he did retire, in all seriousness, we wanted him to kind of shepherd this all the way through. So we appreciate it, Joe.
Well, I'm also kind of, you know, it has been sitting, he calls me his spade, it's been sitting on my desk for a while. You know, we say, and I have been up to get stuff down, which is good for the soul, as your mother and father. So, all good, it's great.
Great. Can we get a sponsor for this resolution? Second. Roll call vote, Andy, please.
Ed West,
Aye.
Matt Beck. Yes. Mark Walsh, absent, Lori Weinberg.
Yeah.
Cheryl Reese,
Hi.
Matt Bettaplace,
Yes.
Jessica Seer.
Aye.
Motion passes.
I'd like to make a motion to, have a motion go into executive session. We've got to talk about a potential client and maybe some financials that are involved in it. Second, all in favor? Me. Aye. All right. All right, we're out of executive session, no action was taken. And now we just need a motion for adjournment. All in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Great, thank you.